Good afternoon, and welcome to the November 27th edition of The Pulse. I'm Matthew Gomez.
And I'm Ariana Bradley. This week on The Pulse, we take a look into a local business that never fails to make a greater impact in our community. We take a walk with some students that you may see on the stage and check out how some of Manchester's youngest runners are participating in a local tradition. We have all that and much more in this week's edition of
The Pulse. Thanksgiving in Manchester means more than just turkey. It means the Manchester Road Race. Noelia Diaz takes us to the MHS track to see how some of the area's youngest runners are trotting their way into the storied tradition.
Just like the real race on Thanksgiving morning, the area's youngest runners didn't let a little rain put a damper on the Little Manchester Road Race held at Manchester High School. Despite the lack of sunshine, the atmosphere was warm.
But just being able to be here and see so many families outside with their children is such a delight for us.
This event brings not only the younger side of the community, but also local businesses from all across Connecticut that support. For parent Kyle Archer, it's about more than competition.
It's awesome. They got people parachuting in from the sky. Like, there's so many people that are working so hard on this event for the kids. And it's awesome because it rolls into Thursday with the big event. There's so much pride in this town around these events. It's awesome.
From toddlers to the volunteers, joy was also in the forecast. Volunteer Jaden Lynn is excited to share this special Manchester tradition with kids and families.
Some of my favorite moments last year was giving out the medals and seeing just the smiles on kids' faces, you know?
Though it was a rainy day, the community spirit from this event brought out the sunshine. From The Pulse, this has been Noelia Diaz reporting.
Congratulations to all the little runners this year. It's so great to see all the smiling faces. I remember the last time I ran the race.
One place that you might pass at the road race on Thanksgiving morning is Retro Junk. Julian Ortiz visits this Main Street treasure that specializes in helping adults connect with the past.
Whether you're hunting for a perfect gift or simply reminiscing about the past, there's always something waiting for you at this one-of-a-kind store. Retro Junk is filled with toys, arcade games, vintage clothes, and many more items that spotlight the 80s to 90s time period. Brendan Farr opened this hidden treasure 5 years ago, and since then popularity has increased by the year. What impact does Retro Junk make?
That's a great question. I think a big part of Retro Junk is nostalgia, and that kind of ties into history. So everything I have comes from a lot of the stuff is from my childhood. I was born in '87, so we carry a lot of stuff through the '80s and '90s. So it's important to remember this stuff as parts of history.
What set Retro Junk apart is its ability to offer clothing, toys, and game collections spanning decades back. As Retro Junk continues to grow, it has also become a popular landmark for customers. They don't only come to shop, but for the experience. How does Retro Junk make an impact on you?
It's a fun place to come. I myself like to wear vintage clothing, so I usually come here and get stuff, and then play some of the games, check out some of the collectibles.
How do you feel about Retro Junk?
I think it's a great place to come. It's great for the community. It's here on Main Street, so everyone can get to it, and I think it's a great place to come out to.
Retro Junk isn't just a store, it's a community where memories are rekindled and new ones are made. Whether you're a collector, a parent looking to share a piece of your childhood with your kids, or simply someone who loves the charm of vintage toys, Retro Junk is the place to be.
I love Retro Junk.
Here at Retro Junk, you can get items and vintage clothes just like this. If you're in Manchester, be sure to stop by and take a trip down memory lane. From The Pulse has been Julian Ortiz reporting.
Retro Junk continues to be a cherished spot for those looking to relive the magic of their childhood.
Speaking of magical memories, with Thanksgiving coming up, students here at MHS can't help but think of gobbling up Thanksgiving dinner while eating school lunch. We asked students what their ideal Turkey Day play will look like tomorrow.
Hello, MHS. Well, since Thanksgiving is right around the corner, we're gonna go in MHS and ask the students what their favorite or ideal Thanksgiving meal looks like. Let's go. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
I personally like baked mac and cheese and collard greens.
I don't know about the collard greens, but
Collard greens?
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
My favorite Thanksgiving food is probably the ham because it's really good, especially with stuffing.
My favorite Thanksgiving food would have to be baked mac and cheese. Canned corn.
Yams. Yams for sure.
I like apple or pumpkin pie.
Home cooked like turkey or something, or panit or something. I don't know, some type of meat that'll go with a side of rice or something. I don't know.
Pulled pork.
Baked mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
My grandma's huckleberry pie.
Chicken curry.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Rice.
Mashed potatoes.
Collard greens.
Mac and cheese. Yeah, I love baked mac and cheese and those green beans. Yeah, top tier.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
All right, so my favorite food is chicken. Just chicken.
Just chicken?
I just love chicken. Mac and cheese. Actually,
what type of chicken? Well, that's it today for Street Beat. And one last thing, don't forget to save me a plate. Reporting from The Pulse, it has been Chelsea Manel.
We at The Pulse give our thanks to the entire school community and wish everyone a happy and fulfilling Thanksgiving.
I had the opportunity to visit with a local group of veterans that shared more than just a meal, but an experience with a very special early Thanksgiving dinner. Some traditions start small, but over time become more meaningful.
I've been sponsoring them for 4 or 5 years now.
Frank has coordinated a special dinner for veterans as a way to give back. The Veterans Dinner gives Connecticut's many veterans an opportunity to celebrate Thanksgiving together while celebrating their many achievements.
I've been doing it since my daughter was deployed many years ago, and I used to have it for the families of the deployed only. And then just through the years, I've just been adding up and going bigger and bigger.
For Michael Ritchie, this event is more than just the food on his plate.
It's a great crowd, it's a great group, there's great veterans on board here. It helps me give back to the community. That's what I love doing, and it's a way to give back to them by helping.
For the last 2 years, for veteran Daniel LaRue, the Veterans Dinner has been more than just volunteering.
It means getting together with fellow vets and their families.
Not only was there a dinner, but also crafts made by young students in New York, candy and dessert. The centerpieces and magnets that were gifted to the veterans truly made this event even more special. It is incredibly amazing that a daily meal has been turned into a celebration that will be a lifelong memory.
Happy holidays!
A plate of food, some love, and music is the perfect recipe for our heroes' Thanksgiving dinner. Manchester High School thanks you, our veterans, for your service. From The Pulse, this has been Matthew Gomez reporting. I know I speak for the entire program in congratulating Frank Forrest for hosting this wonderful event each year.
When you think Thanksgiving, you might also think football. On this edition of Flyby Sports, the boys take to the field to learn about kicking and punting.
What's up, Manchester? I'm Sean.
I'm Anthony. We're back with another edition of Flyby Sports.
Today we're going to be kicking with the high school football team.
Let's get it. Let's get it. I don't have any kicking experience, but I don't really think it's that hard. This should be pretty easy.
Kickers get a lot of hate, and they're gonna see how hard it is today.
You know, kicking is like pretty easy. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I just want to wrap this up real quick and go home, you know?
I don't think they know what they're getting into. Kicking's a lot harder than it looks. You know, we dedicate a lot of practice to this, and they think it's gonna be easy. They're just gonna walk in here and do it. I think it's gonna take a lot more preparation.
So what we're going to be doing is a little game called Field Goal Knockout. Let's go. I thought it was going to be easy, but it's pretty hard to do. I have a lot of respect for kickers now, so.
Ooh!
You know what? The results weren't what I was expecting. You know, I thought I would hang with them a little bit longer. I definitely want my rematch. You know, I feel like that last one we did, you know, we did that one time, and I failed that one time. If I got a second chance, I think I would have had it. Just missed a bad kick, you know?
Yeah, they thought it was going to be easy, but they couldn't hang with us.
You know, they hung with us a little bit, but, you know, it's a hard thing to do. Kicking, we put a lot of hours, we put a lot of time into this, a lot of dedication, practicing all day kicking. You know, we go through different stretches, different things to help us kick better. And, you know, they just came out here waltzing, thinking they can do it, but it's harder than it looks.
I had a lot of fun today. I did too. I think we both learned that kicking's hard to do. From The Pulse, I'm Sean Hickey.
And I'm Anthony Osella.
This has been Fly By Sports.
We also wish to congratulate Saucon Buskin for a wonderful rendition of Clue in Bailey Auditorium this past week. Michaela Hunter took us to the halls with the main members of the cast to learn more about their production.
With the bows of the crew, this marks the end of Manchester High School's fall play. And with the end, we were curious on how actors felt about the play itself. How has theater affected your life, especially within MHS?
Well, theater has, it's helped me make friends. It's helped me grow as a person. And not only that, it's helped me realize that I am an artist. That even though I don't have just a pen and paper to write things down, or I don't make physical art, I make art on that stage. And that realization of that I am an artist and everyone around me is an artist is what it's all about. We're all here making good things, making the art, and that's what brings us all together.
Yeah, that's really inspiring. So how has the community around you helped you with this process?
They're just so accepting, and they're all lovely people. I don't know where I'd be without them.
So how has theater affected your life as a whole, especially within MHS?
Through theater, you definitely build a community. You're seeing these people so much throughout the week. It's 10 hours at least during the week usually. And then later you're seeing these people on the weekends all day for 12 hours. So it's obviously everyone becomes friends, and it definitely creates this feeling of family, because you're just seeing these people so much, and you're all kind of going through the motions of being exhausted from doing the show together.
And that concludes MHS's fall play. We'd like to thank everyone who's involved to put together such an amazing show. From The Pulse, this has been Michaela Hunter reporting.
Well, Manchester, those are all the stories we have for you today. Make sure you follow our Instagram, MHS_television, and check out our website, MHStelevision.com, for all our recent Pulse productions. As always, if you have any story suggestions, please email Mr. Larson at b11elars@mpspride.org. Wishing you a very happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm Ariana Bradley.
And I'm Matthew Gomez. And this has been The Pulse.